Go for it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rushmore Rushdown. The date, December 4th, 2025. I'm Goldfish, here casting once again. I was told very welcome addition to the show, and so I decided I'm going to try to be here as much as possible. Joining me in the casting booth, we got my best mate, Brickman. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Staying warm as much as I can here because, it's just freezing as all hell outside. But hey, we got some spicy Tekken to warm us up here tonight, so that should help.
We do indeed. And as always, running the show, making sure everything goes smooth as butter. We got Fargo working behind the scenes. Fargo, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Took a little bit longer, making sure that everybody got in. But thankfully, Tuba King was actually able to find the lobby and join. I was worried that I'd have to restart the lobby, but turns out you actually can. You can actually find it.
It's awesome. It's what you love to hear. Now, big story, I guess, is the way to. I don't know if I'd put it that way, but those are the words I'm going to use. Big story. Mia. Or Mierizo, however it's pronounced, I don't know. Now out in Tekken for those with the pass, and legal for this event. And I've seen a couple players in the Discord talking about using her. So I've been taking some notes. I haven't been playing her, but I've been taking some notes. So hopefully I can continue. I can help inform, kind of educate people on this new character, because she is a handful. A lot of stance, good rush down, lots of good options out of stance. And overall, just a heavy mix-up game, kind of another embodiment of Season 2, I guess.
It's kind of the word of the day, ain't it? Just embody Season 2, embody Season 2. A lot of the characters that have been coming out recently, they just want to play Season 2 Tekken, it seems like.
Definitely so.
Yeah, and it's... I mean, Arbor King plays his own version of it, but Mierizo kind of seems to be like what everybody thinks of when they think of Season 2. I haven't seen a lot of footage of her because I just have not had time to watch a lot of gameplay yet, or the TNS this week here. But she seems to be kind of I would say like a modest character. Like, people are saying she's not overpowered or crazy or anything like that, but I think the people who are frustrated are, again, just people who don't know the matchup yet. So in any fighting game, if you don't know how to fight a character, they're just going to do that to you. So
This is true, and especially in a game like Tekken, there's so much to always be considering that it's not always the case of, can I focus on how do I beat the character, because beyond that, you also have to beat the player piloting that character. Speaking of players, we have a very nice setup, or an amount of people that showed up. If my challenge would load, I would be able to tell you all of their names. We have Marstix, Randy Evil, Plus Ultra, Frosty, Tuba King, Mugen Taco, Ouija, Professor Berg, and Bucket. A few familiar names, as well as some new ones that I may not be even too familiar with. So it's exciting to always see an amount of people always showing up, doing it large here for Rushmore Rushdown.
yeah, like you said, there's some returning players. A lot of them are returning. I think we only have maybe like one new player at most. But I mean, everybody's been grinding it out like usual here. And looks like we're going to get maybe our first match going here. It is the Rushmore Rushdown special. You cannot run from the bear. The scene is so bear heavy, man. I tell you what, you're going to see at least two of them every bracket.
If you want to learn the matchup, we got them. We certainly got some bears. Frosty, though, I think not. How do I say? What are the words I'm looking for? Brickman, help a fish out. Interestingly, Frosty was a Lee main when I met him earlier this year. I'd only known him for playing Lee, and now more recently I've seen a lot of his bear, and his bear is looking very good. You can see even in the past tournament that we just had, he was playing a couple games on stream. Very solid foundations and a very strong bear player. How do you think the transition from Lee to bear would look like?
I think if you're a Lee player, you're kind of more looking to play in that mid-range. Use a lot of the buttons that kind of keep the opponents out. Bear does have that. A lot of those claw swipes obviously kind of fill some of the similar roles there. I would say, though, you gotta learn how to get used to the Rushdown in this game, because Bear still, like, pokes, like, heavy buttons, not a lot of strings. Lee does have some string pressure that you can use in order to get your offense started, but again, I think just getting used to, the big buttons to use in neutral, it kind of conditioned their opponents to respect them and be careful while trying to run in and trying to start their own offense. That's kind of what a player who mains Lee would go focus on when playing Kuma. But then again, I could be entirely wrong, and he just says, you know what, I just don't want to play smart. I want to play Bear. I don't want to do all that fancy stuff. This is Tekken 8 Season 2. I want to just play without a brain cell.
Bear is probably the poster child of playing without a brain cell.
Get ready for the next
But speaking of playing, we're going to get into our first match here. Frosty versus Tuba King, the Bear Mirror.
Two bears on the screen. We're talking about without a brain cell. I think if you put two bear players together on one string, you might be able to make one whole brain cell. It's possible.
Maybe, just maybe. Frosty showing off a lot of good techniques here in the neutral, using some of those. Oh, but a nice counter hit from Tuba King. This is a matchup that I don't really know how it fares. You know, mirrors are always going to be a little different, but Bear is such a weird character that, how do you think the mirror goes?
Well, I was just going to say, I don't think it fares. I think it bears. But as I was going to say here, if they know how to respect that string pressure there on the 1-1-1 string, it's going to be just down to who has more experience using a lot of the Bear tactics, and how familiar are we with them. Because Bear is still, at the end of the day, a knowledge check. If you are a Bear player, do you know all of the sussy tech? Because if the other Bear player knows it, they're going to take it.
This is true. Now, oh, Sidewalk saves lives, though. Getting Frosty outside of the corner, but a Rage Art, he's dead. The Heat Smash is just too much damage there.
Hit him with a Salmon Slammer there. And then, Demon Paw right at the start. We're going to go for a little bit of a roll right here. Look at all that damage. Just get off the ground. Some Bear-oki here now, too. Talking about that Bear matchup knowledge. That's showing up here now for Frosty. We're getting a little mixed up. The Schmicks, the Slammin', the Slammer. And that's Tuba King taking it game 1-3-0.
Right, like you said, looking out for that G-clef pressure, that 1-1-1 string. It's an amazing counter hit button. You know, if you are just a little bit plus and your opponent thinks I'm gonna steal my turn back, that G-clef is gonna put them right back. Like, hey, you gotta show me some respect. Back off. You're creasing my Jordans a little hard. But
I think like if
G-clef.
I was gonna say, I think if a Bear wears Jordans, he's already kind of creasing just by having him on his paws. But yes.
What, Tekken 4? I want to say. Tekken 4, Kuma has an outfit. But the swap. Okay, back to Lee. Maybe Frosty just a little uncomfortable in the Bear mirror match.
I would say go for the swap, yeah. After that first game, it was pretty clear that he was still kind of trying to get used to Kuma, but we all know that he's a much more experienced playing the Lee.
Also more defensive here. Getting pushed all the way back up to the wall. Tuba King using some solid mix-ups, but get off me, says Frosty. But Tuba King just finds his way right back in. Bear-oki here in the corner. Oh, goes for the hop and he doesn't get it. Nice forward throw for the punish. Isn't enough. Oh, nice blocks on the lows, though.
Punish on it there, and then again, Frosty's just trying to get something started here, and Tuba's just poking. Blocking, poking, blocking, and then gets the punish there. Let Frosty blow himself up in the corner there. Okay. Frosty getting the wake-up kicks now here, too. And then there's that counter you were talking about. Another G-clef pressure. Another counter hit launcher. Tuba's back at the wall here again with Frosty. Frosty right now just can't get off the ground.
Once he gets up, right back down he goes. This is 5 straight for Tuba King. This Bear is on a rampage.
We're just saying, you gotta know the Bear necessities, and there, using the Bear Hell Sweep to go through the Power Crush. There you go, Frosty finally getting a knee, getting a launcher there, setting the offense going, and gets a Blue Spark there. Doesn't get the second one, but hey, you got that little pressure to work with here now. The question is, can you keep that pressure going at the wall? The answer is yes. He just lets it rip, lets the buttons go, gets a down back 3. Oh, that move. Once a Lee gets that move going, that's how you know they're back in this set here. That's the move that kind of pushing forward the neutral. Now it's just got to close out this round, but oh, here comes some big bear damage here. Fish. This doesn't look too good for Frosty.
It doesn't, especially when he keeps getting hit by this throw. But you know, in that last round, we got to see Frosty kind of fighting back. I feel like if he approached this a little bit more aggressively, especially after the swap, because he kind of got a read, right? Tuba plays very, very, I don't want to say very slow, but he plays very cerebral.
Methodical,
It's
cerebral. Yeah.
It's a lot of pokes. He's like, all right, I'm going to take my turn. Oh, my turn's over. Okay, I'm going to let you have your turn. Okay, now it's my turn. Okay, cool. I'm going to poke a little bit. Okay, now it's your turn. And I think just setting that pace is something that Frosty may not be too in love with. He may not want to play that way that much, especially into a bear. I think Frosty would rather big damage, go for the big stuff all the time. And Tuba takes it 2 straight. Now, speaking of good at small Tekken, Professor Berg on the Dragunov. We got to see him a bit in the last tournament. Very good at small Tekken, especially final game, final round. Life bars as low as can be. He didn't hesitate. He didn't freeze. He just stuck to small Tekken because he's so good at it. So I'm hoping we get to see a little bit more of that. And Bucket, I believe last time played... It was Claudio, and he had one other pick, and I cannot remember for the life of me who it was.
I was going to say we got Claudio. I don't know why, but I want to say Lee. I could be entirely wrong on that, though. But looks like maybe go with the Claudio here again for this one. I guess we can see when they get into the game, actually. I got to remember this isn't Virtua Fighter. But, I mean, Professor Berg almost always on Dragunov. So I'm always looking forward to seeing him on stream because he just plays so sound. Like, sound Tekken. I don't remember if he told me or not. I swear he did play, like, the past games in the, like, Tekken 6, Tekken 7. So Dragunov, obviously, one of those characters that's always been pretty strong through multiple editions of Tekken. And again, in Tekken 8, there's no exception. He's been strong since, like, day one, since Alpha, when it comes to Tekken 8. Dragunov just kind of plays the game however he wants to, no matter what Tekken he is in, and he does a really good job.
He's the Swiss Army knife when it comes to Tekken, that's for sure. And in Tekken 8 in Season 1, you saw a lot of Dragunovs, and it all kind of play pretty similar, but I think moving into Season 2, now you're starting to see the diverse play styles of each individual player. And Professor Berg, you know, he is the professor. He's read the textbooks. Hell, if he told me he wrote them, I'd believe him. He'd be talking to me about Tekken. I'd be playing the organ because brother's going to be preaching.
You're not in the choir, you know? You're not the alto?
Oh, no. If I was in a choir, I'd be a bass. But the organ's just so much cooler.
Alrighty, looks like we'll get into it here. We say, like, Professor Berg is a student of the game because he does such a good job of, like, studying opponents. He's usually the one that, even though he might start off slow, he makes so many comebacks by making adjustments to the player, not the character. He's played, I'm guessing, so many matches online against a whole bunch of different characters. You gotta get good at just reading, getting past the hump of, like, knowing how to fight every character, and then you gotta start working on your ability to read the player themselves, and Professor Berg is really good at that. Just hasn't, like, ended it often against some of the other, like, higher tournament players that we have, but when it comes to, like, reading them, he's, like, the closest to consistently giving a lot of the top competition a run for their money because he challenges them a lot.
That's true. We did get to see some of Bucket last time that we had this tournament, and I gotta say there was some stuff that I liked. I liked the decisiveness that he showed on the Claudio. Claudio, obviously a very strong pick in Season 2. I believe got some updates in the most recent patch. I'd have to go back and take a quick re-peek at those. But I do believe he got some adjustments. I'm not going to say buffs, nerfs, or anything. I'm just going to say adjustments. That's all I know for speculation, I believe. But decisive Claudio, I think, is a scary Claudio. And Bucket didn't seem to me as the kind of person to hesitate. He wouldn't slip. He would think in his brain for a split second. He goes, all right, I'm going to do, whether it be, Genocide Cutter. All right, boom, Genocide Cutter comes out. or Wall Running 2, right? Boom, Wall Running 2 comes out. He's not going to sit there and think what's the optimal what's the optimal thing. He's gonna make a decision and stick with it rather than trying to think of every possible scenario and what's gonna lead him to the best. It's just gonna be, this is my decision, I'm sticking to it, let's go, let's do it.
Characters are a little bit earlier too, 2K, as we have some downtime here. Sounds like we're having some server issues. While we still have the time, we're talking about the characters like Dragunov. Did you see that recent poll that came out? I think somebody was collecting data of the characters spread between the top players who qualified for the TWT finals.
I did see that. I don't know if I saved it or retweeted it, but I did see lots of Dragunovs, lots of Annas.
Lots of Dragunovs, lots of Annas, and our multi-champion Zatch here in our local areas would appreciate a lot of Asukas. Which people will still try to downplay her and tell everybody that she's not that good. She's not that good, guys. Like, she's not that good, right? Yeah, she's never been that good. It's Tekken 8, though. She is good in this situation. Like, she is Gorilla, Return to Monkey. She embodies that playstyle, and it is pretty impressive if you don't know how to deal with Tekken 8.
All right, Asuka is a very strong pick. I have a local here in town who's been picking up Asuka for a little bit now, and I've been telling her she has the correct approach. She's picked a good character. She's not learned any combos. She's just trying to learn how to play in the neutral. And I've been saying to her for a while that she could definitely be a demon at this game if she just takes that one extra step. But Asuka is a very, very powerful character, very lethal tournament character, I feel. It's one of those characters, when you see it in bracket, you have to be prepared for it. It is, I would say, damn near unexcusable to not be ready for some of the very high priority picks in this day and age, such as the Asuka, such as the Anna, right? It's one of those characters that if you don't prepare for, you're going to find out why you should have. And Asuka, I think, embodies that a decent amount more than a couple of the characters. Sure, with Anna, it's a lot of just guessing, but I feel like with Asuka, there's some genuine, solid, like, counterplay potential there. Not too much, I don't think, but I think there's just enough to where if you took the time and you made sure you prepared, you could have a good match against an Asuka.
Yeah, I would say she is not as much of a knowledge check as of the characters, but she does like allow the person who's playing her to kind of do like the Rushdown Kazuma style. Like June's definitely the more neutral, mid-range, defensive orientated, as much defense as you can be in this game, if I'm being honest. Like, you don't get a lot for being defensive, but that is kind of what her toolkit is more tailored toward. Mishima, or Jin, is like the Mishima mid-range between like Rushdown and defense, Kazuma style. And then Asuka's just the pure Rushdown. I've got some defensive tools, but I want to be in your face, beating you up, bruising you style of the Kazuma style. And that obviously is very strong right now. You have to learn, like you were saying, all of the little tools and tricks of the trade with the character. Otherwise, she will just steamroll you, because if you don't adapt to it immediately, the reason why she feels so strong is because she can just take rounds so fast in this game with just like really basic setups that if you don't know how to deal with, you're just going to lose all your health to.
Right, and even as you said, right, with those defensive tools, the thing about Asuka that I think is a lot better, or I guess is very different in what sets her to be a league of her own when it comes to high priority, good tournament characters, is with a lot of other characters, it feels as though it's just, here's the playbook, right? Here are your plays, right? It's no different than coach sitting you down and like, all right, you're going to pass to the wide receiver and it's just going to work. With Asuka, Asuka feels as though Tekken 8 is simply an escape room. And she's given everything she needs before she gets to the last door, before she even starts. It's how you apply them that really starts to matter. And you can see Asuka's applying things very differently.
You know, an escape room is a pretty apt description, I would say, for Tekken 8 sometimes, because it feels like you can't do anything until you figure out, how do I actually get a chance to play the game It's like, I can't do anything until I figure out this first. And in this game in particular, it's like, if you can't deal with, like, my Okizeme, you're just not going to play the game. Okay, you figured out my Okizeme. How are you going to deal with my offense now? Because I'm plus and everything. How are you going to deal with that? Okay, now you figured out my plus frame pokes. How are you going to deal with my stance pressure now? Because now I can just do my plus frame pokes into stance pressure, and now it's the trick room that you have to deal with before you can start playing your own game, which is where you actually start to incorporate your own offense. And it's all of those different layers.
And now, how do you deal with the fact that I have 80% more life than you because you ducked on this because you saw me do the low, but not the launcher? It's so... Oh, Tekken 8, as much as I love hearing people say Tekken is one of the hardest fighting games to get into, I don't think it's hard, but you have to learn. And I don't think learning is its own unique challenge for each individual person, for sure. But I feel if you learn it, if you know how to learn, Tekken won't be as big of a challenge to you. It's the learning how to learn part that I think a lot of people who say, oh, Tekken's the hardest fighting game, I just think they're not quite there.
Yeah, I think it's so much just to do with the fact that it's kind of its own unique thing. You can't really say, oh, if you want to learn Tekken, you can also kind of look at stuff that's in this other game, and then the stuff that they do there, you can also try to apply to Tekken. Tekken is its own thing. Like, it really does just kind of play its own style of video game. You can't really compare it to other fighting games. You can make the argument for other 3D fighter games, but it relies so much more on being able to move in a specific way that allows you to actually play the game in an effective manner. There's the whole, like, yeah, you do have to know the character and match up and stuff like that, but it's its own, like, beast when it comes to learning every single character, because you will need to eventually know every character's move list. That's kind of like a superficial difficulty there, because you only really need to know, like, the 10 moves that the character is going to use the most starting out. But then once you do that, then it's a matter of how do you adapt to the game's systems, because it has its own unique way of playing fighting games. Like we say with the movement, you're not going to have to learn how to do a specific input like this just to move around correctly in other fighting games. Like you look at 3D fighters like Soul Calibur and Virtua Fighter, it's pretty intuitive. You do the sidestep input, you get a sidestep. You do the sidewalk input, you get a sidewalk. If you do a backdash, you get a backdash.
It is true. Quick update on the bracket for those of you watching at home. Randy Evil, Marstix, Ouija, and Frosty all been sent to losers. Marstix sent Randy, plus Ultra sent Mar. Tuba King, as we just saw, sent Frosty to losers. Mugen sent Ouija, and I believe there's some technical difficulties going on with Professor Berg and Bucket, so hopefully we can get those kind of resolved. But in the meantime, it looks like we're going to be moving on to winner's side first round match here. I guess this would be round 3 if you're looking on challenge. But if there was, top 8, this would be winners round 1. Plus Ultra versus Tuba King. You can see the bear back on screen. And the new stage. Very big, very wide, very open. Not going to see too much wall pressure, I don't think.
Oh, now this one's going to be a lot of neutral, much like the Yakushima temple here. And I know, if I remember correctly, Pulse did say that they were at Armor King in 7, and they were just really waiting for Armor King to come out here in 8 before they moved over. I know they play like a little bit of everybody in the first season here of the game, just to kind of get everybody down, specializing in Jin, do play a little bit of King. But now we finally get to see, for the first time for me at least, the Armor King that they've come up with here. And already here, you kind of saw, starting off a little slow here at the start of the round, just kind of feeling out Tuba, watching for the bear shenanigans, getting caught there, unfortunately, but did get the wall, but just did not keep up the pressure there, opted to go kind of back to neutral once he got hit away with that heat smash. And now we're seeing here again, Tuba just kind of doing a good job of limiting the movement here that Pulse is trying to go for. And now kind of having to force Pulse. There we go, good step there. Not being discouraged to move, but make adjustments, can't just move freely against the character.
That's correct. I like to see that Pulse Ultra, he's done that sidestep forward 2-1 a couple times. So I think if he really keeps that up, he can start to get his offense started. Oh, Blue Spark whiffs, and it's the 1+2.
That hitbox just deceptively smaller than you would think on the big bear. I swear I saw the hands like a pixel away from the bear's face, and it was just too far still. And again, Tuba King getting the launch here. A desperation forward 2-1 here from Pulse. Connects on the second hit, actually. But again, Tuba is just challenging every bit of pressure the Ultra has thrown out here in this first game. You're not going to get free offense here. He's going to challenge you. Watch out for that G-clef pressure, I'm pretty sure is what Pulse is thinking. Try the sidestep again. Gets it that time here. Follow-up stomps here now. Can he get the round, though? No, the punish there. Trying to rely too much on the sidestep movements there. To be fair, though, in 7... Armor King had some insane sidestep punish moves. Like, you do a sidestep 2-1, that's a knockdown combo, and like say goodbye to like 40% of the opponent's health off of one sidestep punish there. In this one, it's not the exact same properties, they changed a little bit, but he is still going to try to move around because Armor King does still play very similar to how he does in 7.
I got to talk to quite a few Armor King mains who played a lot of him in 7 not too long ago at Midwest Mix Fest, and a lot of them told me it's a pretty good 1-to-1, like what they would have wanted for him to come to Tekken 8. But here we go, we get to see now Pulse Ultra putting some damage onto the board. He's really letting Tuba King wake up. I feel like if he wants to kind of keep applying this pressure, because Armor King, while it does excel in the neutral, you still have to take advantages where you get them. And I don't think that letting Tuba King get up is the correct way. Put a nice hell sweep, gonna convert into a good combo. Wow, that's pretty good damage. Forward, neutral 2 into Bad Jaguar stance. There it is again. Solid stance mix-up. I like seeing this, yes!
There we go.
Plus. Is it Pulse? No. I might be
Pulse Ultra, yep.
Okay, but that's what it is you can play Armor King kind of how he did in 7, or you can be very aggressive up in your face, very Tekken 8 Season 2-ish. And seeing this next gear, I think is really what's going to make this game a lot more competitive, especially for Pulse. Just these low pokes. Goes into Bad Jaguar just in neutral.
And then there's
the counter hit giant swing.
And you were talking about sometimes you just got to go Tekken 8 mode, and that's what Ultra's been doing these last 2 rounds. A lot of the Bad Jaguar stance pressure, just whittling Tuba King's health down, just guessing wrong. Finally conditioned to block there, and Pulse Ultra got the command grab, and now we've got the Wild Crouch, the Stormbreaker. And now Pulse going back to the defense here. Tuba King's got to make the adjustments. No! A great call out, going into Hunter stance in neutral and immediately throw out the forward 2-1 to catch it while crouched. And now Ultra's going to get the wall here. Doesn't get off the ground. One more read. No, just the shoulder to catch the roll there. Man, Ultra just flicked the switch in the brain and activated all the adjustments and won game there.
Yo, let's go, Ultra. That's what I'm talking about. Armor King is a very scary character, and we got to see it in that game. A lot of stance pressure, and just always that forward neutral 2 is an amazing low poke as is, but if you hold forward as you're doing that move after you get the neutral, you go into Bad Jaguar, which I believe the developers did a great job in making sure that it's in Armor King's kit and it's a very integral part, but it is not just a win stance.
No, it's only really useful if you make the right read in neutral and connect with the forward 4 neutral too. But here, you're seeing Ultra also playing now more aggressive on defense. You saw a lot of down jabs, you saw a lot of counter hits coming in their side. They're challenging this offense that Tuba King's been throwing out here the first game, and now forcing Tuba to take a different approach to get the offense going. So far, it's working here, being a little bit more patient. Does get a punish there now, and then good challenge on the Bad Jaguar there on the block. Okay, so Tuba King does get the advantage here on that first round in game 3. Pulse again being patient here, trying to check him. Ooh, good patience there. Goes up for the command grab. No great health. Just goes for it again. Why not?
Oh, that move is always so... You think it's going to be like a high, but then he just stops down, hits you low. Ooh, counter hits on wake up. Now, headbutt to engage. And Tuba King saying, you're playing a king, but I'm the grappler player right now.
He's like, just kind of waking up there in those last 2 rounds. I don't know if Pulse was just trying to be more conservative than he needed to be there. Does get the counter hit and a good break there by Tuba. There it is. There's that side step working again here for Pulse. He's probably trying to watch out for those bear tactics and finally getting around it there. Both are going to activate the heat at the same time here. Tuba King's going to weigh out this pressure. Ducks underneath the command grab. Nice response there. It's going to get a full punish here as well. Does not use the heat dash, continue going. Still has about a quarter of a better. Oh, might not get a chance here. Another 4-2-1. He's down 3. He's adding up. There's that raw heat smash now. The Salmon Slammer hunting stance now. Tried to go for the neutral. Didn't get it. Forward 1-2. Another one.
Oh, this is very intense, and it's going to be the hell sweep. That's going to allow Tuba King to pick up the set, right? It's still first to 2?
Yep.
Oh, man. Amazing things. Tuba King with that crouching to throw is an immense call-out. Because if he tried to push any button, the frame advantage there, giant swing will beat most buttons. And then with the way that Tekken is, counter hit throws are so much harder to break. They're not impossible, but they are very hard. Your window cuts down a lot. And it's one of those things that I don't think I know the number, but I know that I don't think I've ever done it. So an amazing call out to duck and instead get a punish rather than eat the mix up and hope that they can either break the throw or that they take the plus frames and they block it out. But overall, an amazing set from both players. I like to see that. Plus, he flipped that switch, as we said, right? He was playing a lot of neutral, trying to play kind of more defensive, kind of like a Mishima more, where it's a lot of stepping, movement, punishment, all that kind of stuff. And in the second game, he just flipped that switch and he said, "Hey, check out Armor King from Season 2, Keck W. Hold this. Look at my new cool stance. Have you seen the stance? Check the stance out." And just so many lows. Because he was saying, if I can't get you to duck my throws, I'm going to get you to duck. Otherwise, I'm going to get free damage on your life bar. So, very good. Very happy to see the Armor King.
Great stance. Very unfortunate. What's the word I'm looking for? Never mind. I'll think of it later, and I'll come back to it. But anyway, let's get on to the next match tonight. Now, we saw these two players going up against each other last time here on Rushmore Rushdown, Mugen Taco versus Professor Berg. So when you see a Lily on the screen, I know you're immediately thinking, okay, does this Lily actually use up forward 3? I mean, surely not tournament. No. You're going to see at least 3 of them here tonight, I can guarantee you. Even though it is Professor Berg, he has been caught by a couple times, and Mugen Taco loves that move very, very much. You're going to see it, I guarantee it. Maybe not just right now, though, unfortunately. Connection time's out here, so we'll have to get it going here again. But, I mean, every time Mugen Taco is on screen with the Lily, he was ready to get me to convert to go try Lily, I tell you what, because it's a spicy look. It's a spicy Lily. What can I say? It's a lot of fun. It looks really stupid, but it works. And when it works, it's not stupid now, is it?
No, definitely not. We got to see a lot of Mugen plays very aggressive Lily, right? A lot of Lilies like to lean into the evasiveness and the great mobility that she has in this game. And fair enough. But Mugen just wants to play Season 2. Very up in your face. Very hold my plus frames. And it's very, very, it's an exciting thing to see. There's some more flair, because you see some other characters that are like, oh, hold my plus frames, Keck W, and it's very dry, it's very boring. You see Lily doing it and you're like, all right, girl boss, go off.
So we'll get Mugen, or not Mugen, sorry, Professor Berg back in here. We'll get the game started again. Weird servers tonight. I'm wondering if it's because we probably have more people playing it with the release of the new character, which actually, we were hyping her up here at the beginning of the match or tournament. We haven't seen one yet, and I guess that might just be due to connection issues, but I was kind of hoping we would see at least one here before we get to top 8.
It would be cool to see one. There's still a chance. Maybe Professor Berg's just hiding, sitting, waiting, like, oh, if I get to winner's side, if I get to winner's side grands, oh, game 1, I'm busting out the Mia. Probably not, but it's just a possibility. We still could see. But we're going to stay with who we know them for playing. Lily, Dragunov, Midnight Siege. This is going to be, like I said, sit back, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. You're about to see some entertaining Lily gameplay.
And of course, Professor Berg with the, I don't know how to describe Professor Berg's customizations, so I'm just going to call them out-of-pocket customizations, because really there's no better description for them, alright? And this is yet another out-of-pocket customization for Dragunov.
It's Halloween Dragunov.
But it's December, man!
He loves Halloween. He is definitely a fan of Mark Hoppus, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Trying to figure out what theme is going on here. Oh my gosh. That's what it's going for, isn't it? Anyway.
Orgo, I haven't heard a word from him in like 24 minutes. Damn it. While we're talking about customization, I think a big thing with Lily, especially when you're talking to 2 other Lily players, you could be the best Lily on the ranked ladder, but if your outfits are trash, or God forbid, you use default cosmetics in ranked, you are gonna be burned at the stake.
I don't get Lily players sometimes. I kind of forget sometimes that fan base is particular about the outfits. But let's talk about the actual match here. Professor Berg once again getting Mugen up to the wall here and not having a chance to pop the heat here. Doesn't need a heal though. Gets that counter hit, gets away from the wall here, and again it's his back turn pressure. Does catch Professor Berg stepping that time, but we've been seeing Professor step a lot earlier here really effectively. Mugen does track the sidestep there to get the first round of the night for him, but Professor already kind of making some adjustments here in game 3, turning up the heat, and again getting the back turn stance, getting the punish here, and backing Mugen up to the wall. Get away from him
really
again.
Great thing to see Mugen going a lot for these down forward 3+4 to get into back turn. Lily's back turn pressure is some of the best in the game, and it catches some people off because you think, oh, her back's to me, it's my turn. Definitely not always the case when it comes to Lily. And this is what I'm saying. Mugen has no issues being right up in your face and just pressing buttons. Taking a second round here for this game.
Again, trying to slow down the pace of the game here, but that back turn pressure. You were saying earlier, though, like you saw at the back, it's clearly my turn, but no, she starts flipping and getting counter hits. Does get floated out there. That one time, it sets up Professor's situation at the wall, and now this wall Oki, that Professor really shines, man. Gets the sidestep with punish with the heat attack, and now we're tied up here 2 rounds apiece in game 1. Talk about adjustments mid-match.
Rolling with the tech roll. I will say it every time I watch Professor play. You will see him always. If he gets that full wall combo off, he will always just know he is sentient. You want a tech roll with 1, he's gonna follow. Unless he's putting you back at the wall. But speaking of wall, Mugen Taco finishes this round. I can't even get my points across. At the wall. Ooh. Ooh, this is some good Tekken tonight. This feeling, you were saying some spicy Tekken to warm you up? I'm feeling nice and cozy right now, Brickman.
Yeah, man, I'm not talking jalapeno Tekken, man. I'm talking at least habanero, you know? Gotta get a little extra spice in there. But yeah, okay. Mugen Taco has always been known to, have, a very, entertaining Lily to watch. And we didn't even see an up forward 3 there. So you know he's going to be fishing for that here in the next game. It just so happened that that stage that they were on, really good at just making the whole game aggressive without even having to do too much. But we're going now in the stratosphere, so there'll be more room to move around for everybody included. But again, up forward 3, you know Mugen Taco's waiting to pull the trigger on that move.
Just waiting. Mugen's just sitting, waiting, ready to use, and just now the outfit swap as well as the stage change. Very eco-friendly Dragunov.
There is a reference in this that I just don't know what it is, but I have a feeling it's some sort of anime game.
No, I think, is this not WhatsApp Dragunov?
The WhatsApp Dragunov?
Yeah, is this not WhatsApp Dragunov?
I've got no idea. I could not tell you, Edgerfish. I have no idea what we're going for here. Professor Professor Berg's got more knowledge about internet culture and memes than I will ever know, and I thought I knew a lot. And there, Professor getting the counter hit combo there and gets the conversion here. More rolling. He really likes rolling a lot, don't he?
Oh, big Limp Bizkit fan, this one. But unfortunate to see he didn't quite get the wall. You can definitely tell with this combo route, that's what he really wanted. Because Dragunov at the wall, one of, if not the scariest characters. But a huge block on the low. Professor.
Ooh, and then the slow snake edge there catches Professor Berg slacking, but again, right on back to the sidesteps, man. Every time you think that you might have actually convinced or conditioned Professor to not sidestep, he just pulls out another one, gets another counter hit combo confirmed, and that's 2 rounds. Quickly here, Professor Berg. Now the floor is lava. Fargo, look away. Don't be scared. But Mugen Taco is looking for just that one big opportunity to get going here in this game. Oh, no, he looked at the screen. Sorry, Fargo. Shouldn't have said it.
Fargo's too busy doing other things. Looking at the screen is not in the TO's wheelhouse. But speaking of busy, we're going to be getting busy. Lily with this awesome combo going to the wall. Floor blast still available. But oh no, just going to get this nice Oki. Another block on the low. Breaks the throw is back at the corner. 3+4 pressure. Ooh, there's again.
Ooh, delayed mid. That's some virtual fighter right there, man. Like, just waiting out there to catch out the duck, changing up the timing. That's some good class, just fundamentals from any fighting game there. But man, I got a flashback to some virtual fighters from earlier in the night, or earlier in the week for me. Professor Berg, though, gets the wall. Goes with the back option there to get away from the wall, 1 death damage, but now Mugen's gonna say, don't mind if I do, you gave me the wall, I might as well use it, and another counter hit. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of damage.
Quick rises and more blocks, but the heat dash is gonna be able to secure to go to match point for Mugen. It's an amazing thing to see a lot of mobility from both of these two, and really having to reach deep into the move list for both characters, right? Like Mugen, like we said, been looking for a lot of things. No up forward 3 so far, but just using a lot more of the Lily stuff than really had to in the first game. Really showing how far these two are pushing each other. They're both saying, if you want to win, it's going to take everything you've got. Snake Edge trade combo, but the slide.
Mind if I slide on into your character's hitbox? Man, that's Mugen Taco taking it over Professor Berg 2-0. Man, that Lily's looking really good. It's no longer the meme Lily, because we didn't see a single up forward, and we got a random here as well, too. They don't want any of that Lily, I think. You are a first stand console Steve player. I don't think you want to deal with Mugen Taco's Lily tonight.
Nah, put Berg in there. Put Berg in there.
Get him like a hit punching bag to get some stress out, you know?
Yeah, put Berg in there. Or what's the low tier got there? 2v1 this man.
You know what? Like, after what they did with Steve's character, gave him the whole boxing is awesome voice line. Like, everybody just sees Steve now is like, okay, you know what? You're getting punched in the face. You deserve it. Boxing is awesome. Proceeds to get thrown through a table by Armor King in the same trailer.
It's the emoji. It's the big smiling face with the 2 really big buck teeth up front.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's only a matter of time. If you have a favorite character in Tekken and it's not a Nishima, give it 2 games and they will turn that character inside comedy character. It happened with Paul, it happened with Lee, it happened with the rest of the cast, it happened with Eddie when he met Lucky Chloe and they turned him into a backup dancer. I mean, Steve was in it since 5 and now in Tekken 8 now he's a side character and it's like, dang it. Oh man, it was gonna happen eventually, I guess. But yeah, remember how he's supposed to be like Nina's like son or something like that? Remember that story relevancy?
Yeah, he's Nina's test tube baby from Tekken 3 or 4,
5 or something like that. But I mean, don't talk about that anymore. He's boxing is awesome.
How would you describing every Tekken character with 1 sentence? And just gets to Steve. Boxing is awesome.
Yeah, basically. And then you can go with Armor King, and King is like, wrestling is awesome.
No, with Armor King
Lydia,
and King, it's just rah.
yeah. And I was gonna say with Lydia, it's Poland is awesome.
It's just this. It plays. They put Lydia last. Here's the video. You do everybody else normal. You put Lydia last, and you play the entirety of I Love Poland.
Basically, yes. And okay, it looks like we're gonna get right back into it here now, finally, with people getting back into the stream. And wouldn't you know it, again, I think we're only gonna see 3 characters tonight. We're gonna see Lily, I guess 4, but Lily, Kuma, and Dragunov. We saw Lee for 1 game, and then that's been it so far.
Seen an Armor King.
And an Armor King, that's right, yeah. So 5 characters.
But going on, this is our winners finals. This
Okay,
is
good.
winners finals. First to 3 territory. Even taken like both these players, right, made it in. Or no, I guess Tuba made it in 2-1, but still that last game didn't look too challenging for Tuba. So it's gonna be, you know, just a very try-hard game. And oh, that's what you like to see right there. That string, that follow-up is interruptible. There's no armor, nothing. If he goes for the full charge, you can just jab for the pressure. Oh, and the sidestep Matador. Matterhorn. That's what it's called. I know Tekken.
It does sound similar, don't it? And then actually, I think it would make more sense to call it Matador, considering that she kind of like evades you first before launching it, and I don't get why it's called Matterhorn if I'm being honest, but I digress. We're back at the wall again here. Use that throw again to reset the wall situation, but man, Mugen Taco showing the aggression there. Not afraid of the offense. Well, okay, maybe there. They were running at each other, they were booking it, and they just threw out their big button and neutral moves, and it just happens that Tula has had a slam in his hand, and that generally tends to beat other things out.
Telling y'all, Fish Master Race, but Mugen, getting pressured here at the wall. This small stage, I feel you're gonna go to the wall at least twice around if you don't die. Oh, I thought that up 3+4 was gonna catch there, but no. Oh, I was so hyped. I literally jumped out of my chair when I saw the up 3+4.
And this bear does not want us to have anything fun tonight. It's like, I know that move hit me. I know it's supposed to have certain interaction. No.
No, I'm just gonna take a nap, actually. I'm gonna lay down.
Alright, let's get back into it here. Tries to go for the Demon Pot round start again. I mean, it worked last time. I wouldn't blame him for trying it again, but maybe a little too predictable there. And now Mugen definitely playing a lot more reserve. Never mind, counter hit. There's the 1 string, and now Tubi King has got the advantage. Gonna click carry all the way to the wall, and here you are.
Yep, right back at the wall. It's a very small stage, and the wall's very oppressive in Tekken. So, getting to the wall, with your back turned to it, not the best of ideas. Goes for the Matterhorn round start. Back 1, Power Crush right through.
The power
There it is again.
again. Tuba just does not want to stand and block. Well, there he is, but you know what I mean. Like, whenever you think you have your turn back, Mugen or Tuba will challenge you to make sure you actually are doing clean offense there. Mugen gets the heat activated here now, gets the wall combo here off the heat dash, and that's a round there that Mugen find that gotta felt good.
Must have. 1-1 here in game 2. Blocks the hell sweep. Nice wall rising 2 for the punish. He's going to get a lot of wall carry here, and is going to get to the wall. What side of the screen is she on? Oh, no.
Oh, again! The up 4 3+4 again, Fish. It didn't work the way as intended. I mean, Mugen's still getting away from the wall, so it still works out in their favor, but man, right on back there again after 1 hunting stance pursuit. And look at this damage adding up. Good break on the command grab at the very least, but here's that heat stance now too to deal with. And there's the Salmon Slammer. Man.
Just lethal all of these rounds. Oh, sidesteps. He's going for the G-Clutch situation, but wow, it's just keeping the pressure up. Can't stay on the ground there. Wow.
Oh,
man. Just such a lethal Lily.
Jeez. Man.
Tuba got knocked down once and just got killed.
That's an Oki round. That was just nothing but Oki after that sidestep. Just could not get off the ground at all. And now Tuba, he's on his feet. He can do some moves now, finally. Gets the guard break here. And then the kip up. And the counter hit on the command grab. Uh-oh. Again, just challenging right away with Hunter Stance. And the Salmon Slammer for the pickup and gets game 2. Tuba's not playing around tonight. They just want to get this bear to grand finals.
They just want to win the tournament. I'm willing to bet you guys, Tuba King, having no fun whatsoever, sitting there in the chair, you know, controller in hand, and just, yeah, I'm playing Tekken. You know, I love doing this. I love playing this game. Anyways, check this out, G-Clef.
Yeah, man,
man, I do bear. Meanwhile, you go over to Moog and Taco was like, oh, check this cool thing out. Oh, hey, look at this. This is a cool specific interaction. Oh, that was really well played. Oh, man, this guy's starting to really get on my nerves. But let's see how this goes into game 3. Going to the Sanctum. Now we got how many? 2 wall breaks? And
Yep,
2?
Yeah, 2 wall breaks and then a floor break on the last round, I believe. So we'll have to see here. More room to move around once that all opens up, but obviously here, start of the match here, not as much. You have that wall pressure here after generally 1 combo. Mugen again, and Tuba just kind of trading blows right now, looking for that opening. Doesn't get the full punish, and then there's that heat activation. Then Tuba is so good at just using the heat activation so optimally to take their turn back, and then there immediately catches out the heat dash to confirm the combo to take the round. He's trying to speedrun how fast he can get the grand finals here tonight.
Yeah, well, online tournament, any percent world record.
Oh, yeah. Oh man,
with the Matterhorn. The Matterhorn will work. Awesome. We'd love to see it.
I mean, if one meme move can't work, the other one's got to, right? I mean, the Matterhorn has connected plenty of times tonight. It's just up forward 3+4. You know Mugen's going to try to get at least 1 more here in this set if he can't help it.
There's that wall break that we were talking about. Gets it off of the Salmon Slammer. He's going to get a decent amount of damage because that's the tornado just there at the halfway point. And the booty at the wall. Where did Mugen's health go? I swear, Mugen was just at a full bar.
They were, and then they got hit by a bear. Well, we're on set. We're on set point here now for Tuba King. We'll have to see if Mugen can't try to find a way to get in. That's the first Demon Fist we've seen, or Bear Fist we've seen. And man, Mugen tried to go for that up forward 3+4, and again, just getting nothing off of it. Tuba is just privy to all the Lily tech, and then there's the G-Clef pressure. Doesn't get the wall, might not even need it. No, okay, good kip up there. Mugen's alive for a couple more seconds, though. But there it is again, the power crush.
Wow, just so clean. So just, I don't want to say flat out aggressive, but you know, always just in Lily's face, right? Tuba always right up, point blank. And then they play a little bit of small Tekken, steal the turn, big conversion, rinse, repeat. That's how you have a bear in grand finals.
And like just talking about the heat usage in that set, like every time he goes in and activates his offense, Tuba's got a plan, and then even if it's like not working, that heat usage kind of saves him a lot because it seems like it's your turn. Nah, he's got heat. He can take his turn back. He's got a power crush heat engager. He's got the heat engager of universal one. He uses that so well to just keep the pressure going to the point where it's like I just can't get any offense in on this bear because every time I do, power crush armors through it, heat activation armors through it. I just can't get a hit in that's clean. Okay, but let's move on to the next match here tonight. We got Pulse Ultra again here, back on loser's side, going up against Randy Evil. One of the we always see a few Eddies. We don't see a lot of Eddie in general. So I'm curious to see this one. Yeah.
I mean, Eddie, I don't really know where people put him on the tier list. Me personally being a big fan of John Ding, you know, I like a good amount of Eddie, and we're gonna get Kazuya, so we're gonna get the cool special intro. No, who is it? The intro with? It's Nina. That's correct.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of who's got all these intros now, just because it feels like they change everything up. But Kazuya, we don't see a lot of Kazuyas either. So actually, we're gonna see these are 2 characters we don't see a lot in Rushmore Rushdown in general. I think we only had like one Kazuya player beforehand, and they were only around for a couple of tournaments. So already this is something very different than we're used to seeing. Randy showing some great movement in neutral in Eddie's stances, despite the fact Pulse was in mid-range, still kept them kind of cornered up there. Pulse just found the open to reverse situation and get the wall break here now. But now Randy coming back here with power crushes. Wants to get that stance pressure going here, but Pulse clips him. Gets the wall here again, but drops the combo. Not there though. We're gonna go down. We're down on the very bottom on the first round here. Like, we still got 2 more at least after this here, and we got like no room to move around here after this.
So true. And what you were saying about Randy is he was just swapping in and out of a couple stances, really making plus ultra. Like, it's hard enough to guess when someone's in stance. What do you do if you're not sure which stance they're gonna be when they push their button? Right
here, and then man, also showing off the Wavu tech, man. Just Wavu, back to back. You know, you throw out enough electrics, you're gonna get one to hit eventually here. Almost working with a perfect there. Honestly, pretty dang close to one.
So close, but close only counts the horseshoes and hand grenades. This is Tekken. Wow, so fast on the wave dashes. And also willing to back up to create that space as well. Oh, big electric, but doesn't quite get the combo. Counter hit, I believe. No, maybe it's just a clean hit. I didn't see the lettering. But
it was a tornado there.
Ah, I can't read, you see. Twin piston, that's a counter hit.
And it's Randy just not getting a chance to get that stance pressure going because Pulse has just been like doing the small tech, which has led to opportunities where they're safe on block, but then they know the gaps in the stance. Here, Randy finally does get an opening here, but immediately blocks the low. Man, Randy's having a hard time dealing with this defense here from Ultra. He's doing a really good job of just playing good fundamental defense. And then the one time he tries to be aggressive, there's the panic RA. But hey, you know what? It works. It's in the game for a reason.
This is true. It's in the game. I'm going to start saying that to people. It's in the game for a reason, you know. Everyone ever gets mad at me for anything in a game or again, it's in the game for a reason. Ooh, and it looks like, yeah, plus ultra. I'm going to close out game 1. Very dominant. I like to see a lot of movement. As cool as it is to see wave dashes, there is, you know, let's go to the casino. Right, when you see a Kazuya wave dashing at you, and just right there, look how much screen space he's willing to create, and then start going in. It's gonna get punished.
Finally got the side step there on the forward to the Randy. I think Randy's still trying to just find a way to get past this wall of defense. The 1-1-2. There we go. Never mind, it wasn't a 1-1-2. Trying to incorporate some more of that side movement in the stances there, trying to bait out the whiff from Pulse, but Pulse again just playing conservative enough to not blow himself up, and now using that heat dash to get up to the wall. Good heat activation there from Randy to get out of the situation, but then whiffs. That's going to be a punisher from Ultra. Ooh, good block of the mix. But not that time.
All right, Randy really looking like struggling a little bit, like you had said, because plus he's been doing a very good job of keeping his game plan airtight and a break on the throw. So Randy's gonna have to figure out this kind of defensive wall, and it's just nothing seems to be working. So it's another. These counter hits are though. So maybe that's the plan.
I was going to say, you kind of saw Randy would back off when he saw Pulse on the ground. He's just kind of having a hard time approaching here. And then there's another counter hit there for Ultra, just throwing out the down forward 2. Randy getting the plus frames now. What's the mix? Goes for low, not enough to kill. And then the hell sweep. There you go, Randy. Okay, gets one round the board, but that's a trade, man. We're pressing buttons tonight.
Yes, we are. Press buttons, play game. Okay, it doesn't quite get. Oh, but a huge counter hit. He's gonna be able to carry this all the way to the wall. Oh, these tech rolls to get out, and now putting Randy not just in the wall, but into the corner. Very hard. Tries the power crush to get through. He engage. Now for both players, but a huge launch. Oh, but the combo drops just a little too far spaced to get that.
Down 4, and then immediately the mid Catches him crouching. Doesn't get the conversion at the wall, but then just a 1-3 there. Okay, pulls on set point now here. Randy's got to find something that works here to get back in the set. Got crouching, though. That's not going to help.
Is not indeed. And he's going to find... yep, finds the wall. Not a whole lot of space, really, in any of the areas on this map. And goes for a grab. That must have been a missed input. He recovers. Twin piston to close it out.
That Kazuya was just making all the right reads there, just calling out a lot of the defensive options. You got into the Kazuya blender, and after that point, you kind of just gotta guess right, essentially. Kazuya is the character where, like, your defense is just, you gotta guess right, you gotta guess.
He sat down, ready to go to the casino, and got Delta 17. He hit and pulled a 7. That's alright. Amazing showing here from Randy, making it to top 8 on losers, making top 8 losers side. Now we get to see some more bear, your favorite Brickman. I know how much you love the bear.
It's a lot of bear, man. I'm bearing my soul here. It's making me a little grizzled, but you know,
you just have to bear in mind, you know, it's a very good character.
These bear pounds are unbearable.
I'm not gonna have you on the next Rushmore.
Get ready for the next battle.
All right, bye. I guess. No. Oh, we don't even get the bear. All those jokes for nothing, man. It's the Jonkler. He's back.
Round 1.
What has tonight been? What has tonight been, folks? Just out of all the night. Anyway, let's just get back to the Tekken at least here. A good sidestep again from Wunjinoa Professor Berg, the sidestep specialist, immediately gets the down forward to punish. And now Frosty finds himself in the corner, not a place you want to be in against Professor.
Not a place you want to be in at all, but especially not against Professor. Holding down back and just does that solid fast mid. Fighting out of the corner now, and he's going to get bound. An amazing heat activation. I don't know if that was a reaction or just a very good call out. He's going to get the wall. Oh, doesn't kill off this? That will. Ooh. Professor Berg, just, like I said, just small Tekken, and it gets you home. Going nice and slow. Oh, these down forward 1-checks. The roll. Just such good movement coming out here. Frosty now not afraid to push some buttons. Here we go.
Catches him with a string here, and now Frosty can finally get that offense going here, but immediately makes one guess wrong there, and then kind of just starts to hold back again. Frosty trying to be really cautious to not get blown up, and then Professor Berg's perfectly content just poking him down like this. Although there, Frosty finally making the right call in the timing, gets the knee launcher, tried to end it with the low. Professor, he's a student of the game, he studied the film, gets the low berry. Now you're up against the wall. There's the sidestep punish again. Professor Berg, man, student of the game, get Rotot E'd.
Just an insane call outs constantly from Professor Berg. You know, saying I might have seen a few of these before. No punish there though. I don't know if it is punishable. I'm not gonna lie. Probably isn't. Knowing me with my luck.
I think he wasn't risking the fact that if it's a string like that, trying to throw out a button even after sidestepping could get clipped. So maybe just playing it safe, I could see. And now Professor Berg just has momentum here on this side, doesn't need to rely on getting clipped here in that case. Tries to get Frosty pressing buttons. Frosty being uber patient as always. Gonna need to do something though here to get out of it. Gets a perfect drill kick, but then not much else afterwards. And then the heat attack.
Just like sticking to you like glue right at the wall. And you think, oh, I'm knocked down. I'm going to tech roll and get out of this. And then he rolls right with you. Now he's back up, all up in your grill, creasing your J's.
And sidestepping your kicks and launching you with the down forward too.
Okay, Frosty's fighting back out. Here we go. Turn to mid-screen, cancels. Pushing forward. Oh, what a nice counter hit.
That's the you creased my J's kick, like you would say. You get the big launch there, and now you're at the wall. Now Frosty's got to take advantage of this. Gets the counter hit for the knockdown. He's got to get another one, though. He's got to get it around the bar. He's got to maybe press something here, like a power crush, something that, no, the counter hit again. You got a power crush, Frosty. You got to use it. It's basically the equivalent of, you had burst. Strive players, shout out to you.
But I like to see now Frosty pushing some buttons, making, as I say, making Professor maybe a little afraid to press into him. But another huge launch kick, the "you creased my J's" launcher here, and Frosty's gonna pick up a round. Another launch. Okay, Frosty, you out here? We see you. He said, "I'm tired of just holding back. I want to do some damage too."
Finally, with the timing there, finally getting some of the offense going here. Lee does kind of rely on you being able to make those reads in neutral to get the stuff going. Here, though, Professor's like, I'm just going to rush you down and catch you pressing buttons again here, because my character can do that. And now you're up against the wall. Don't get comboed here. Go down for one check, but then goes to the low again. Man, Professor Berg just not having it. No low hits on the Oki. I will parry you. And Frosty says, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to do the exact same thing.
He saw it and he goes, hey, I know how to do that. Watch. Oh, fighting now off of the wall. Tries to sidestep but gets flipped. Oh, whiffs the knee. What a nice heat engage punish. Uses the heat smash with plus frames. Ducks the throw, but there's no punish. Goes for another low. Another one, and Frosty's going to steal this round by 4%. Oh, man, the robbery. Oh.
Frosty has slowed his pace down so much, and then finally catches Professor trying to be too aggressive with that rising knee. Frosty's just like, I'm not playing Tekken 8. You're going to play me at my pace, and you're going to enjoy it. Professor Berg gets the heat activation here now. It's like, I got the wall. I got to take advantage of it. I'm down 2 rounds. Gets the full string here. Does get the rotation here at the wall, so doesn't get another one. Frosty's challenging, catches him crouching again. Okay, Frosty, we saw you. Like you said, you heard us say we saw you. And now you're passionate out here. You got heat now, though. Don't forget to use it. Uh-oh. Fortunate drop by Professor. No, not going to drop that one. No, sir. Sidestep down forward, too. Do you know how many times he's practiced that in the middle of the set? He's not going to drop that.
What a nice heat burst. It's going to, or heat smash, rather. Pretty low. Frosty, steal another round. Perhaps steal the game. No, he cannot. Professor Berg puts one on the board for game 2. Oh, whiffs it down forward 2. No punish.
I feel like you could hit that with like a maybe running 2 if you're ready to go for the punish there, but maybe, I mean, to be fair, down forward 2 does reach pretty far away. I could see him thinking it would hit and just not being close enough, I guess. Uh-oh, though. Now you're in the part where Professor Berg is feeling pretty confident. He's got that wall. You really had to do scary stuff like that in order to get out. And just like that, Professor Berg's going to activate the heat, keep the wall advantage if they can. Gets the blue spark conversion there, too. Jump jab, I don't think that was the intended input there. But Frosty was doing a good job of waiting out the heat there. And now the punish is coming in.
Yeah, when you're in heat, you really have to apply the pressure yourself. You're not going to get pressure just by existing in heat. And Frosty really trying to remind Professor Berg of that, saying, yeah, you're in heat. Do something then.
And
Swing.
Whiffed a running 2 in Frosty's face in that last round, and there was no punish, and then Professor Berg just came back and took that whole round. Frosty now on elimination point here. Professor Berg needs just one more to move on. There's the rising knee again, though. The low punish gets the sidewall combo there. Not as much damage as you would like. And just challenging right again as Professor Berg. No, I'm not going to pull back the block. I didn't play $80 to block. And now you are done. That is Professor taking a 2-0 over Frosty tonight. Moving on in the tournament. This Dragunov, man. The juggler, baby. As not Frosty, Fargo pointed out and made me roll my eyes internally. But it's still moving on here. Again, we get Professor Berg and Pulse Ultra on the stream, 2 of our like more seasoned competitors for sure. I gotta wonder though, do you think Ultra brings out the Armor King, or is it just gonna be another character that we don't see coming because he literally plays everybody, it seems like?
I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be Jin.
We have seen him play Jin plenty of times, so I would not be surprised.
I'm putting my chips in on the Jin block at the roulette table. I would not be surprised if I check and I see that he clicks random every time. but I'm putting my chips in on the Jin block right now.
I think he's like a Mishima random player. Like, he will play a random Mishima every game. He'll play Heihachi, he'll play a Jin, he'll play a Kazuya, he'll play an Armor King, or he'll play a Reina. It's going to be one of those characters, and it's random every time because he plays every single Mishima to an extent, I think.
How far does that extent go? Who knows? But we are definitely going to see his character of choice. Maybe Professor Berg probably just taking a quick water break, saying, all right, I still got to play. That's fine. Always still willing. So willing to play. The winner of this is going to go on to face Mugen Taco. And that will be our losers finals. So, you know, these players, all of them have good shots at challenging Tuba, who's sitting winner's side of Grands. And maybe just a bit more of a break, maybe a little bit of connection issues, but I'm sure we'll get this going.
I was gonna say, I think it's either been Professor or one of these two that's been having some problems tonight. But you know what? The Tekken lobbies aren't exactly the best in general. Whenever it's even on a good night, sometimes they can be a little finicky. Although that's nothing compared to like what VS been having problems with here with the anti-cheat lately on that last patch. But hey, you know what? It's an online game. We would all wish we could play locally every night, but you know, you gotta make it a little easier sometimes for people to play. Plus, I don't think anybody wants to go outside and travel right now because where we're at, it's like 4 degrees, -5 with wind chill. Not fun.
Oh yeah, it was -6 this morning just outside my warehouse, and everybody was complaining anytime anybody went outside, except for me. I was chilling out there, my shorts. And it was, a mighty fine time. I love the cold, man.
I can bear the cold. It's the wind I absolutely hate. So as long as I got like a jacket on and I'm out of the wind, I'm fine. But like, you start throwing that stuff in my face, I'm like, yeah, no, back inside. Give me some coffee. I don't want to deal with this.
You are built different. I enjoy me like a cool temperature. I could not deal with like that low. I could not deal with like that much cold in shorts. I'd be dying.
No, it's the best. It's like what Brickman was saying. I know I'm from the Midwest, okay? And I get clowned on by people who aren't from the Midwest when I tell them it's not that cold. It's just the wind. But it's literally true.
We all say it for a reason. Yeah.
It's just how it is. But yeah, no, you sit outside, shorts, hoodie, you know. Nice nondescript energy drink that I'm not gonna name unless they sponsor us. But and I can't even be like, you know who you are, because they don't. But nondescript energy drink in one hand, the TikTok in the other. Or sorry, nondescript social media platform in the other.
I think we're gonna call out brands. I don't think we're gonna get like copyright strike or something like that. So if you want to say you drink like 5 White Monsters in a day, like you can. Everybody's not gonna judge you. We're all Midwesterners here.
No, I just think it's a lot funnier to just say nondescript energy drink. I don't know what it is. Like, people will ask me what I'm drinking. It'll be in my hand and they can clearly read what's on the can, and I'll just say, yeah, it's just nondescript energy drink.
You just gotta take the can, shove it in their face, like, read. This is what it is. This is what I'm drinking. What do you think it is?
Or what's that TikTok that went around a couple months ago? It's like, what do you guys think of? And it's just a can, right? Like a soda can that was just completely grayed out. There was nothing on it, and it was just blank. I feel like that would be what I would ultimately want all of my drinks to come in.
I guess I could see it. It's a little less marketing all over the place. That'd be nice. A little less visual stimuli all the time. Every time you go to the vending machine, it's just like, I don't want to see like 5,000 colors in my face.
You see the nice, the comforting monotone gray.
But that'll never happen because marketing. Okay, let's see if we can't get this game going here. Okay, so I don't have the bracket up here, unfortunately. Have these two played tonight? Because I feel like we've seen them.
No, these two are on.
They have not played together tonight.
Okay.
These two are on opposite. They played opposite matches for top 8 winners side. Tuba King taking out Plus Ultra, and Mugen taking out Professor Berg.
That's right.
So,
All right, well, we'll see if we can power through these connection issues here once again. Just, like we said, kind of a weird night when it comes to connection, but it happens. I do want to see the Armor King again. I'm biased, I know, but I do want to see the Armor King. I keep wanting to see it in tournament, and I just feel like with how popular Armor King was in 7 and 8, like, I feel like he's a good character. People just aren't playing him because they're so set in playing Tekken 8 a certain way with other characters. I feel like Armor King can be good if they just adapt their playstyle to kind of accommodate with, hey, you got to play a little bit of Tekken with this Tekken 8, you know, and Armor King can do that well. It's not only stance mix.
right, and I think that's the main reason I was pretty convinced, especially after playing him for a while, that I think that Armor King isn't the fit for me because Tekken 8's my first Tekken, right? And he definitely feels as though he's one of those characters that if you've played him in other Tekken games, especially Tekken 7 where he's a lot stronger, then translating him to Tekken 8 would be an easier time and better for you. Whereas trying to learn him as a completely new character to me was something that I think just wasn't the right move moving forward for me in Tekken.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, everybody plays the characters differently, so it makes sense. And we're hoping we're getting this match going here. Still got some circles going, though, unfortunately, and that's just the nature of the beast sometimes with the online Tekken.
It just happens, you know. It's one of those things. It's I don't want to say it's inevitable, but it definitely can feel that way.
Yeah, like, this ain't no Thanos, but also it is kind of annoying. It's just something we gotta roll with the punches, as they say here, and actually, I haven't even checked the chat to see if we're getting communications on it here, but
This looks like there's some communications happening, so trying to resolve this. I know our TO Fargo is working very hard, as always. Everybody, if you're in the chat, make some noise for Fargo. You know, he really does a great job putting on such awesome events every week, if not every other.
Does
everything.
I do stuff every week. That is for sure.
Every week. Who else do you know puts in the time every week? So make some noise for Fargo. Show him some love. And we'll try to get this moving as quickly as possible. Passable?
Dash the ball? Yeah, that's what he said. Disconnect there again. I guess. I mean, we'll get him in eventually, because I know we've had both of these players on the stream. It's just for some reason the connection between these two players just does not seem to want to work here. And I do want to see them play. Like, these are two really good competitors here. We're just
right.
It's just Harada's servers.
Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing match once it gets going, and I feel like this is the water break. Right now, this is your chance. If you've been holding it, go. If you need a drink, if you need some snacks, you know, this is your time. Use this opportunity while you got it. So, definitely do that. But we're gonna try to get this going. It's gonna be an amazing match. Professor Berg and Plus Ultra. Who do you think, Brickman? I know I put my chips on who I thought Plus was gonna play, but who do you think he's gonna bring out? I put my chips down. Where are your chips gonna lie?
I think we might see, like, a surprise Heihachi appearance.
Okay.
Like, we've seen him bring out, like, the Heihachi before, and just when he does that, it's kind of more of a, I want to play a much more aggressive, not necessarily like, more stance oppression, I guess. Because, like, you do have the new Heihachi stance, and then you get, obviously, the Warrior's Instinct install, but you can definitely play a lot more, like, bullish with that Heihachi in this game. But could be wrong entirely. You could play somebody else here. So we're finally going to get in here. We see the check marks. So let's see if we can't get this game up here. I'm guessing Professor, obviously, on the top of the players, playing characters, probably stick with the Dragonoff. And we're back out to the circles again. Dang it. That's unfortunate.
Alright. So it looks like, to me, that a decision has been reached, and that Plus Ultra will be receiving a DQ win. Is going to be moving on to be facing Mugen. I believe at the... Yes, Professor Berg is the one who said that he is willing to take the L if it doesn't connect. So with that, unfortunately, you know, it's sad that we couldn't get to see the set, but Fargo has to make a decision. We have to keep the ball rolling. So, Plus Ultra, welcome to Losers Finals. Going up against Mugen Taco. Now, this is going to be a bit interesting. Because what we've seen a lot of from Plus is he likes to move quite a bit. Same goes for Mugen. Now, Lily, very evasive. But is Plus ready for how evasive? Or does Mugen kind of change gears a little bit and go for counter mobility? Not focusing so much on, I'm going to move this way to get my stuff going, but I'm going to move this way because it's worse for you. Or is that how Plus is going to approach it? I believe this is going to be a very heavy matchup that's going to focus a lot on the movement of both of these players, more so than anything else in neutral.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen how Pulse likes to kind of play that mid-range. The thing against Lily is that she does have that 3+4. So when if your reactions are not on point, if it's online being online, she can negate that range entirely by just throwing out a 3+4. And even though you would maybe try to with punish on approach there, she can get around it if Mugen, or not Mugen, if Pulse is not ready for it. But if you can get the timing down and make the reactions, it could work in Pulse's favor and really control the neutral that way. But again, that gets down to how well are you at reading the opponent's timings and if they're going to actually do the move you think they're going to do. So we'll see here who can make that adjustment here first, assuming, of course, we can get into the game here. Man, it's unfortunate tonight. The servers just have not been wanting to play in general. So looks like we're going to try creating a new session. Yeah.
Try remaking a lobby. That's what Berg is suggesting.
Yeah, understandable. I hate that it happens as it has been, but yeah, if it keeps doing that, like, there's not much else we can do, unfortunately. Just sometimes the servers have got to be put down and a new one needs to be put in its place.
And you tell your loved ones that it's the same server. Nothing happened to the first one. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's just, that server's up at Old Man Jenkins' farm for the summer. So, he's just enjoying his time up there.
Hey, he's just having a good time with Old Man Jenkins,
Yeah, we'll get that new server started here, and hopefully it works okay. I wonder how, TNS, they must have, a pretty strict connectivity requirement, because they don't gotta deal with a lot of this stuff during their tournaments. They're all pretty snappy, but then again, I guess I do also forget the cold might actually play some instances on tonight with the connection, because it can get that cold to the point where it's just some stuff does not work in the cold, like internet. I wouldn't be surprised maybe we had some problems with that here.
Maybe.
That might have been the issue with Berg.
I guess I do kind of sort of, it more falls in line with what you said, but TMS is like a much bigger production, so they might have a lot more options to figure shit out.
I've competed in a
haven't done
few
too much research into how to make this better if possible. I usually just kind of coast on the game working, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, in your defense, the game should work.
This is
that's
true.
kind of expected of the games. I bought the game to play it, and in order to play it, it needs to work. I hope I would buy a product that works as intended, but, sometimes Harada's just like, hey, don't ask me for shit.
For real. But you were asking about TNS, and the thing that I've competed in a couple TNSs. I got watched every time, but a different thing that they do, or at least my experience with it, is you will just talk to whoever you're playing on start, and you'll just say, "Hey, I'm going to this region, this number," and then you guys would stand outside, jump around, look for each other, and then you'd go to one of the cabs in there, play your set, and then that's it. So maybe it might have to do with the player lobbies not being as well suited for. Maybe it could just be heavy traffic, right? Mieri Zo comes out to the general public today, right? I don't know why I say that, like people who bought the pass or some like super exclusive group, but you know, it's their official release date today, so it's probably a lot of heavy traffic. So
It's a waifu release. I mean, it's an Oshi pick.
As I understand it, lounges are generally the more preferred option for like streamed sets, because I think that's just probably, I think that's what people have decided is like the way more stable way to do it.
that's definitely the vibe it kind of gave me when I first played, because it was a lot of, hey, I'm going to Jamaica 3, come find me, and there'd be 2 people in Jamaica 3, and one of them is AFK, and so then you kind of know who you're supposed to follow. So I think
maybe next time I'll try running stuff in a lounge, see how all that works.
another
I think,
idea.
yeah, like, go ahead.
My bad.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say another idea is you have people who aren't gonna be playing on stream, or you kind of do it so that you have people who aren't gonna be playing not in the lobby with you, because it could just be, you know, something with how many people are in the lobby that's messing it up. Whatever the case may be, we're gonna get back into it now. Here we go. Mugen Taco going up against Plus Ultra, back on the Armor King. Lots of movement early on. Oh, the down forward 1-2 follow-up's gonna track that side.
Mugen is
Solid
getting
back.
Yeah, the back turn stance here. It's going to be imperative for Mugen to kind of get the pressure going here because, I mean, Armor King obviously is a grappler, but he doesn't exactly deal great at range 0. He's a much more like mid-range orientated character. It's just when you have him absolutely conditioned to be blocking at range 0 does he specialize in that. But he generally wants to play kind of at the range he's at around start. He doesn't want to be up too close.
He's a Mishima with a giant swing.
Essentially, yes.
Ooh, nice while standing for a punish. Stomps. Shoulder to try to beat any wake-up options there. But wow, just such good Tekken being played from both sides. Sidewalks almost all the way around. Getting these plus frames. And a giant swing. Oh, Tex just barely lives, and it's gonna do down forward 3+4. It's gonna get a big up. No, I thought it was gonna carry all the way to the wall. The down forward 1.
And that was a punish actually there. So Mugen tried to bet it all there on the string knowledge, did not pay off there. Pulse again, backing up there, playing really good defense and just doing some pokes to try to feel out Mugen. And then there, as we're saying, being defensive, just throws out the raw snake edge. Gets the combo though here now. Now you gotta deal with this pressure at the wall, plus frames. Then what's the mix? Good break.
Very good break, finding away from the wall because of the awkward stage positioning. Whichever way you go, the sidewall is gonna be there. Oh, goes for the follow up on the down forward 3+4. Not enough respect on the bad Jaguar. Actually challenges and the back 3 to get around that. Very well played, but finds the back turn, forward 2-1.
And man, and Pulse had an opportunity to hit a 4-2-1 after the sidewalk earlier in that round. Just hit a 2-1 instead. Doesn't miss it that time though there. Gets the confirm. And then we saw a stunner here now too. I'm actually surprised we don't see a lot more back 4s and down 4s out of Ultra here in this game. Because that's still, those are 2 of King's best poking moves. And we don't see that often so far in 8 just because I think the heat is so prevalent still. But there, that round was just non-stop domination there by Ultra. Got the throw into the wall, and then it was just snowball from there for Armor King.
so much damage. Giant swing into the wall does so much. And even a blue spark to add. So all the things that added, the wall, blue spark, just so much extra damage on top there. But now Mugen playing decently more aggressive. Right, ends the turn and sidesteps. It's going to get caught forward to 1 to engage the heat. This is scary.
You got caught mashing one too many times, and Ultra's got these combos here. Good block there at the wall, and great defense here again from Mugen. There's the down 4. There we go. See, like I said, I'm surprised we didn't see a lot more earlier from Pulse with the down 4 and the back 4 earlier in this tournament tonight. There gets the down 4 to take the round here now. And Mugen does get that confirmed here at the wall. Put the block on the low. Here we go, Ultra.
Ooh, goes for another giant swing, but it's going to get it broken. 3+4, heat engage. Get away from the wall. Goes for that forward 3. Heat smash. It's going to pick up around. Going to round 3. Game 2. Oh, the counter hit. Blue Spark Dark Rising. That's what it's called, right?
I think so. Yeah, the wave dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the electric wave dash Dark Rising upper. Ooh, Mugen turning the tables here at the wall. A little bit Pulse rolling out of the way here, but doesn't get to confirm, and then Taco's just going to waste out the heat meter for both players here. But then the blue smart giant swing, full damage on the wall, and then we got the side wall throw there too. Man, that's one you don't see often at all.
No, that's...
Kicked right to the car.
Hey, face meets car windscreen. But speaking of fist meets face, Jason meets some nice kicks from Lily, but using the heat, trying to get some of the turn back while rising 4 punish after blocking the low. Some nice wall pressure here. Dick jab, keeping right at this sidewall, but Mugen fighting out. Down forward 3+4 to jump over Armor King, now putting him on the wall. Keeping this pressure up, but another blue spark giant swing right next to the wall.
He's on point with that, gets the triple head, but another forward 4. Let's make it another one. The 2-for-1 special on the forward 4. Yes, brother. Wish, do you know what we call that around these parts? No, we call it real graps.
Alright, so now Plus Ultra has moved up to 2-0. This is losers finals, so they do have to win a 3rd game. However, I believe that Mugen can take them all the way to game 5. Very solid things. I'd love to see Ultra playing exactly how I said. I feel like these games have shown off what I mean when I say that Armor King, he's a Mishima with a giant swing. And Plus Ultra's really showing that off. Now going to the Arena Underground. So this wall pressure that's been the talk of the town all night, oh yeah, is now even more deadly on half of the walls on this stage.
Get the macho man Randy Armor King in the house tonight, brother. And I tell you what, this 3+4 is really ruining the real graps there, folks. But oh boy, there's the sneak gauge there, brother. And now the following heat engager. Sorry, I'm done with that now. My voice for later here. Has the wall explosion available up just the Yoki here, and Mugen able to fight their way out of it. Not that time though, brother. There's a pyrotechnics going up, and now we're out of budget. He might be going to wall here, I think. Almost.
Oh no, drops the combo, but he's gonna get the heat dash combo now. Idiot Rage is gonna be doing a little bit more damage. Speaking of wall to wall, he's gonna get wall to wall, but this wall's already been exploded. And the rage art on the pressure. Now I don't think it's enough to kill, but it's definitely gonna be putting to some very, very dangerous situations for both characters. Next hit could very easily be the round. Goes for some plus frames. Down forward 1 check, but an amazing counter hit calling out, hey, you're not gonna pick something fast enough. Mugen Taco's gonna pick up round 1 of game number 3.
Just realized Mugen Taco's got a 2B custom on this Lily. I just realized it when I saw the headband on her face. I didn't notice that until before.
tracks. Sidewalk me, you get tracked. Oh, but the pile driver.
Actually, sir, that's a tombstone. Tombstone pile driver. We call it the Tombstone Army King pile driver, brother.
You went from pro wrestler to Hulk Hogan to Randy Savage to Pirate.
Yeah.
And he's gone to this Blue Spark giant swing to the wall for the 4th time. This wall pressure is getting insane, but wow, Mugen fighting out, returning all the way back to mid-screen, and another giant swing.
Sometimes
No Blue Spark and no tech.
No, sometimes no mix-up. Mix-up just works the best there. Goes
Layer
underneath the
one
Shadow
more.
Idiot. Ooh.
All rising
Good old-
4 after a Snake Edge.
Good old classic low to rising 4 there. That's the classic Tekken tech there. Mugen, though, does get the heat activated here now. The sidestep, huge counter hit crumple there, man. This is going to be a decent chunk of damage here with this carry on top of that, too. Get over to the other side now. And, no, just slide on in there. Do another one. Okay, well, maybe one too many there that time.
Ooh, brace the chain throw. Really nice. 2+4. Now, nice. Very solid counter hit. Final round. Will Plus Ultra move on to Grand Finals? Or are we going to go see some more games, Brickman?
I don't know. We'll have to see here. Ooh, Mugen does get a launch, though, here. That's going to be good. The kind of situation. No! The wall again here. Full damage on the giant swing. Mugen, though, able to get out of that situation. Does still have heat. No, doesn't get the heat activation, doesn't get the wall, but the counter hit on the heat activation, never mind. We are going to see more games, man. We don't see that often. Like, when the heat activation misses and then gets whiff punished immediately, that's a pretty rare sight, actually. And man, because of that here, Mugen gets a game on the board here. We're staying on the Evil Arena here now, too.
Very good. You can say, and people say, you know, Lily's very evasive, and that's going to show off with the Matterhorn. He's going to put his Armor King sky high. He's going to push to the wall. Heat engage. And wow, already 50% gone. Heat dash after, wants to save the wall. Maybe potentially use it on a later round. Just wall to wall, coast to coast, shouts Shane McMahon. But now, Plus Ultra is going to be putting on some pressure of his own. Oh, a grab from
challenge.
broken.
Down jab again, man. Pulse is really challenging Mugen here, making sure the offense is clean. Yoki, good defense there. Oh, that's
What a
yes,
reaction.
sir. The Macho 2B Rage Chart, brother. Yes, after the Slim Jim. The Pink Slim Jim.
Mugen just snapped in, just snapped and locked in, man. Just amazing games being played. Another big launch, getting to the wall. Still not gonna explode it. Oh, it goes for the Matterhorn reset there. Power crush. Down
Okay, I'm starting to see why Pulse has not been using the back four, down fours more lately. But hey, you know what always works? The giant swing, without a doubt. Always throw it out. And now you got some challenger at the wall. Mugen does find that opening, though. Here, reverse the tables. He dash down to great twitch stuck there by Mugen to avoid the mid, but then the snake edge. There you go.
Wow. Very impressive, just layer after layer. But oftentimes you'll see that layer one will work, but a nice hop kick here is going to be the combo starter. Pushing all the way to the wall, using the heat burst to extend. Oh, here's
And
the
the
wall
wall reset.
throw.
Yes, here we go. First time we saw the hot kick, now we get a wall reset. More wall pressure for the Macho Man Armor King. Mugen able to find his way out of it, but then immediately the heat, and then the Okada drop kick. Oh yeah, brother.
Yep. Set point again for Plus Ultra. Gonna use the nice counter hit. Oh,
And then the
There
Buddha
we-
missed. Let's go.
he's busting everything out of the move list tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, we hadn't seen a lot of that stuff before, and now he's finally getting it. He gets the reversal on the throw to the shoulder charge. He wants to put this away now. He does it again!
Oh my god.
The Macho 7 golden letter round, brother. fist meets fate of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. That was a oh wait, I can do all this stuff with the Armor King round, and he just threw out all the cool stuff that he had in this one round, and it's like, okay, I gotta go to Grand Finals and do it again.
And he's like, hey, check out what Armor King got in this game. But now, moving on to Grand Finals. Tuba King on winner's side. We got Plus Ultra on the loser's side. And we're going to see some, what do you think? Is it going to be Mishima versus Bear?
I think so, yeah. I think Pulse maybe... I think he might stick with the Armor King, we'll see. But if we remember, Tuba King's just absolutely steamrolling a lot of the competition tonight. It's been that Bear knowledge check since round 1. Though in that last game we saw with Ultra, we finally saw some of that Armor King tech, the Tekken 8 Armor King tech finally coming out there where they got that wall pressure. We'll have to see if Ultra can keep that going here or if Tuba is just going to be too much for this Macho Bear or this Macho Cat.
And these guys did play in the first round of top 8 winners side, so, you know, Plus Ultra definitely earned his run back. Now, what you gonna do with it, brother?
And already this Bear pressure adding up there again. Does get that wall reset going here, but not the... No, didn't get the splat. The side wall angle saved the life there for Tuba, not letting Ultra get the chance for the comeback. And then immediately getting caught backstepping there. Break the throw into the immediate Bear Paw. Oh man, Tuba, he was ready the entire time. He's been waiting for the Grand Finals to be happening for almost 20 minutes at this point. He was ready this entire time. Tuba finally does get hit by something here. Ultra gets the 4-2-1, but then immediately the challenge on the ground. Tuba will always make sure you are ready to deal with that on the ground and perfect stance with Kuma.
Yep, just goes for the Rage Art. Keep it nice and simple. Guarantee this damage too, taking away, that's a lot of gray life, especially for the Bear. So you're taking away this gray life and really going to set himself up for a good Oki situation here. But decides to back off, let the Bear stand up, and the forward neutral 2.
Oh, that's classic King stuff right there. Armor King stuff, I shouldn't say, my bad. But yeah, just finally got Tuba King to respect him there, gets the mix. Blocks the G clef, and then now we got the mid here again. Again, the forward neutral. Odd interaction though, so can't connect with the bad Jaguar stance, but gets the floor break with the triple headbutt. Here we go. Gets the conversion here as well too. He's got a full solution to work with. Doesn't even need it. He's got the wall. Shoulder charge, no rolls. Oh, he was so close. He had really good patience there. He backed off. He avoided the wake-up kick, but there was just one more attack that Tuba threw out. Ultra was too late in the punish. Gets it that time though. Here just with a 2-1. All right, Ultra is making these adjustments here, looking a lot more like comfortable playing against this Bear than he was earlier in the night.
And also using a lot more of the stage. We got to see you going to the wall, using the floor blast, right? So I think maybe it's just the change of stage that's really helping out. And just so good. The forward neutral too, saying get up, stand up.
Stand up. Of that geese fine, and there's the giant swing, and then that's Ultra gonna get game 1 here over Tuba King. And man, something like clicked between the first match of the night between these two and then now, because Ultra is got answers to keep this offense going here, because we remember Tuba was just doing a really good job of smothering the pressure from Ultra. Every time Ultra had the opportunity to do something, Tuba was challenging him and getting offense and getting counter hits galore. It looks like Ultra kind of made the adjustment, cleaned up the offense, is using the stance more effectively, and just whiff punishing a lot more cleanly than he was earlier tonight. So maybe just needs some time to warm up with these sets between here and now.
Good potential to be, and also, you know what they say, a man never walks down the same river twice, for the river is different, and the man is not the same man. So, just because you beat this guy once, you're gonna have to prove that you can do it again, Tuba. But in the case of Plus, he has to do it twice in the same back-to-back. But wow, just so many delays, lots of good mid checks. He's gonna find himself with a nice launch.
Yeah, it gets that down 4-3 on counter hit. That's a natural launcher. So then down 2 pressure here. There's that pressure we saw from Tuba King earlier. The power crushes really challenging the gaps of the offense there from Ultra. But Ultra does manage to roll out of the way to keep some of that pressure going here, but got caught crouching there that Ultra, and now Tuba King is going to go for the mix here at the wall, gets the second tornado there, and then swings that moneymaker around for the extra damage to gain round 1 in game 2, I should say. Oh, the hop kick, brother. Here we go.
Didn't confirm off of that cheek left, maybe just unsure, thought it got blocked or something.
Dash in, another counter hit, knee to the face, brother. Yeah, that's gonna get you a crumple stance for sure, even in real life, I think.
Oh, definitely.
He tried to go for the hop kick again. I like this man. This man's using the Armor King funny moves. That hop kick, if that had connected. There it is! Oh yeah! Here we go! Oh, that down 4. That was a criminal whiff there from the down 4. Are you kidding me? They're taking thank you. Okay, there's the other one. Every time I see an Armor King hit a hop kick from now on, I'm gonna say the oh yeah! Because it just embodies the feeling so well, I think.
Ooh, the hell sweep there just not quite quick enough to catch out, but the counter hit giant swing into the wall.
And he is ready to go with that. He wants that damage. Tries to go for it again. Good break hit by Tuba. There's the mix. I was going to say, watch out for the Shining Wizard that's inevitably coming. There's another one. Goal. He wanted the third one. I wanted that so badly, too, as an Armor King bang myself there. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the schmicks. Uh-oh, Tuba King's found himself a really good situation here. Goes for the command grab at the wall. Atlas Amber into the low.
Round 4.
Man, that
Sitting down, hit you low, block it, cool. Check it out. I'm gonna hit you low again.
Something clicked to Tuba King after he got thrown to that wall one too many times. He said, okay, no more of that, Mr. Macho Cat. And now Tuba King's gonna get the wall here. Has the heat activated hill, but uh-oh, Ultra, he found that sidewalk button. He's gonna let it rip. Gets the wall reset here now. The Muta missed. The triple headbutt. And now the Yoki.
Oh, but a solid G-cut situation coming out. I'm gonna get as much, but still solid damage and decent positioning, but a sidewalk on the headbutt. Final round for game 2.
Ultra looking good here again with that side move. The Tuba's got to find a way to get it to stop. The Shadow Lariat to confirm. The shoulder. We have got the mix going here. They trade heat activation. And again, Tuba being aggressive on defense here, challenging the gaps of the offense. And the whiff punish on the forward 2. Great spacing by Tuba. Swing that moneymaker around. You know you want to. He did it again. Oh yeah. Not full,
That's a solid
not enough skill though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shining Wizard definitely is though. Now 2-0 up is Plus Ultra in this grand final set.
I'm loving all the great Muta tributes here in this game here. I know he's not dead, but if he was, he'd be looking down from heaven and giving the thumbs up while nodding approvingly. But he's alive, so I'm pretty sure we sent clips so he appreciate all the great Muta references. Anyway. Tuba King gets the wall pressure going here again. I tell you what, guys, real grabs is a hell of a drug. Man, you know what's even better? The smelling salts allow you to react to throws. But you know what's even better? The oh yeah hop kick. And here we go again. The Ultra at the wall activates the heat in my hand. And now the wall open here again. Great patience by Tuba. Gets the counter hit on wake up. Oh no, brother. We low parry those low kicks around here. Resets the wall situation, backing up, doesn't want to deal with the wall pressure, the bear pressure, I should say. Salmon Slammer off the table, but then just a 2 jab to check the approach. Fish, I feel like I'm talking too much here. How are you feeling about these real grabs here?
I'm feeling pretty good, but I gotta say, this is a nice change of pace. We saw in the first set that Plus Ultra really wanted to play pretty slow. He cut that off. He turned on the switch. He's really just going in, and oh, nice delay on that too. To really to get that confirmed here, keeping up the pressure. Another giant swing into the wall. The 7 golden letters.
That round was a grappler's dream, brother. We saw a little bit of it. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing here? Brother, I tell ya, real grabs are a hell of a drug.
He just one A.
I love it. Okay, Tuba King finds the wall here. Oh, the grounded stance. Okay, waking up gets the confirm. Activates the my hand. Oh, good break there by Tuba. He did not want to do. The Fuzzy Duck, he wanted that so badly. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it again, brother. He's throwing off the grabs out there. One of them's gonna hit. Gets the full combo with full damage there too, because it does get the wall hit. Okay, break the one. He didn't press. He didn't press the button.
Rage. He didn't press. Down forward 2-1's gonna launch and go for the ridge of his own. He's like, nah, watch my movie. Watch my movie.
We saw all the cinematics with your throws and flashy splashes. Here's a salmon slammer Sam missile. A salmon Sam, that's what we gotta call it. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but a salmon Sam, that's what it's gotta be called, right?
That's just Sam the Salmon.
Well, yeah, Sam, like surface-to-air missile. Salmon Sam.
Oh. Man, you're a nerd. Anyway.
I know, I played with Top Gun. Anyway. Tuba King again getting offense from defense, and man, again, that wall grounded stance is just mixing up Ultra right now here, and then Tuba getting a game on the board here. Does not have the reset just yet here. Say goodbye to the Salmon Sam. We're going to game 4 here now. Tuba does still need 2 more games to win the tournament.
Sam looks so angry.
He is a surface-to-air missile.
If you're getting smacked around like that, you probably wouldn't be happy either.
My lawyers have advised me not to say the joke. Anyways, Power Crush is due to go down.
And your lawyers.
And again, the slide in here from Tuba King, just again checking Ultra. There's the hunting stance, though, calling out Ultra on the approach, not letting him play the Tekken fundamental footsies here, and then at the wall. Backstep to avoid the, oh yeah, one more, 2-for-1 special. There's that Salmon Slammer, though, here. Tuba's making the adjustments here. Getting back on the board here, confirming it for the heat activation. No breaking that throw now. Tuba, I feel like this pressure kind of just like is starting to build up the mental stack on Pulse Ultra there. Never mind.
Pressure of, I can get the reset here. I have a serious chance of winning this. On top of already, how have I been beating him in the past? There's a lot of things stacking up for plus, and Tuba is really taking advantage of it. Oh, it goes for the Rage Art. He's gonna catch. I mean, it's the panic button. It's in the game for a reason, and I feel like Tuba King. This is, I think, the first time we've seen him show that he's willing to use it as that panic button, right? So maybe just didn't want to deal with the mix, but the giant swing.
Oh, that's online Tekken right there. He could have confirmed the 4-2-1, but he just immediately goes to the giant swing. No one's ever ready for it, obviously. Back to neutral here again. Ultra has not been able to really enforce the gameplay in neutral until now here. Gets the stunner, and now we're back to neutral again. That move right there is why. He's not been able to enforce the range that he wants to play in because Tuba's been able to do that flip claw attack so much and close the gap, forcing him to play range 0 like this.
Yep, now wall pressure here and stance pressure, and we're on reset point for Plus Ultra now.
4 free Tekken folks potentially on your way. Tuba King though here. Just going back to the small Tekken here though. E activation coming out. 2-1 again here. Tries to do the hop kick. Doesn't hit him out of the air.
What a break.
Slow low, the grab, right crouched there by Tuba King. One more mix will do it. The block below. Okay, claw swipes. Just needs one more hit. Another low claw swipe, and he's gonna pick up the conversion here. Swing that moneymaker around, you big bear.
Wow. Nice air. Oh no, no!
Oh, there he is.
Hello?
I'm hearing.
Ah!
You
Yeah.
clear for a moment.
Hello?
Hello.
Am I okay?
got you now.
I'm just gonna ram. Okay. Cool. I don't know what happened. Either way, removes all the gray health. Top kick is gonna.
Yeah! Give me some of that Kool-Aid, because I feel like breaking through a wall and saying, oh yeah! Walks the mix, but not that one, folks. We got free Tekken coming your way, courtesy of the Macho Cat, Randy King.
An amazing masterclass of if at first you don't succeed, try again. These two met each other in winner's side of top 8. Now, all the way back here, even footing. So even though, you know, Plus Judd did just win a set, however, he's essentially sent Tuba King to the loser's bracket. He has to double eliminate him now. So there's going to be one more set, and this I think is going to even the score. I don't know if these guys playing in the past, very possible, but these two have to play one more set to see who wins Rushmore Rushdown, and we're going to descend into some subconsciousness as we go to our next set. Is this Penta?
Here.
Oh,
It
no, this
looks
is
like
Spawn. It's Spawn. That's who it's supposed to be, for sure.
it could probably be both if you think about it. They share similar color schemes.
They do. Ooh, nice catch. Getting a decent combo. Now, oh, drops the throw though. Gonna get the wall. Get up kick. Dash to extend his pressure. Oh, stays in hunting bear stance to avoid the grab. Oh, blocks the hell sweep. And there we go. We're gonna get the first stage of the floor being ready to break.
We gotta be careful here because I remember on this stage there's still a bug where the floor break is active, and I think we get to what is it, final round or like a potential final round. It potentially crashes the game.
Oh,
so, here we go. This will solve it. This will solve it.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good now.
Plus is like, don't even worry about it, man. We're not even. You don't even have to worry.
Moonsault, baby. And then the 4-2-1. Oh, yeah. I love this.
Come on, very solid. And plus, like I said, stepped on the gas, really. Still playing solid, still playing clean, but definitely more aggression in the game plan. However, a heat engage and the headbutt. Nice block on the low and the wall standing 4. Oh, solid counter hit and launch. As Tuba King says, we're going to go all the way downstairs. Uses the heat smash to get his first round. Round star hell sweep. You love to see it.
If it works, it works, right?
All right.
Yeah. Ultra again, playing back in the mid-range here, trying to force a whiff after Tuba. To be fair with Tuba, he's been extremely patient in neutral. He knows that Ultra has the advantage at that range, so he does not throw anything too risky out. Whoa!
Whoa.
That is
some flying animals.
That was insane. But then another great sidestep there by Ultra to get the 4-2-1. Caught him out of the air technically, so scale damage. Now here comes Tuba with the heat, but the sidewalk. Oh yeah, we got the hot kick. Oh, he was trying to go for the air grab. Was not running though.
Headbutt. 4-4-2 whiff, and it's gonna be the command grab. Is that enough? Not quite.
Alley kicks.
Oh, what a low parry! Oh man, with a little final round, game 1. These games cannot be any closer.
Punished there, and again the snake edge high crush again. Ultra has been using that so effectively here tonight. Does get the air grab that time here, but the shoulder whips. Puma staying on the ground there, this turbo Tuba, but then the heat activation coming out here, catching the hunter stance there, and another grab. Dang! Flip that bear. He'll flip you right back apparently. There you go. Recover all that health, you bear. Tombstone. Yes, sir.
Watching the hop kick's gonna catch the tech roll. I don't know if that's a bear specific thing. It might not be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
I got a feeling due to the hitbox on the bear, it's gotta be a character specific thing. But like you said, I could be entirely wrong. I have to actually
It could
do the
catch
lab
everybody except for Xiao Yu, maybe.
Zhao Yu avoids everything. Like, I don't know how you hit that character sometimes. Sometimes she just gets away with the most criminal, neglected, like...
She avoids highs, she avoids mids, she avoids paying her taxes. She avoids everything. And
Ready for the next battle.
even worse, she gets away with it. But now, all that wall pressure we were talking about, it's gonna take us a minute to get there. It's a bit of a hike to a wall in Yakushima.
Yeah, don't forget the fact, too, like, both these characters, good combo damage, not, like, the most amazing wall carry in the game, I would say.
Definitely not.
They're okay, yeah.
And especially on a stage like Yakushima, I feel like if you get pushed to the wall on Yakushima, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Ooh, tries to do the power crush there in neutral. Tuba used the hunt the stance to go right underneath it there. Ultra again, a range 0 here, showing like really good knowledge of the range 0 options here in the flow chart from Armor King. Gets the command or the counter hit on the command grab. One more mix, no sir. The low parry again. Tuba will not let you get. We'll just make sure you don't get away with that for free.
Definitely not. So many clutch low parries. Usually willing to just block it out and get a solid punish, but when you can't take that damage, the low parry is going to come out.
Well, I thought we were going to see some trades there again like we saw earlier that night, but nope. Not going to get it there. Forward 4 for the Oki there. Get him off the ground. Good duck, and then the wild crouched forward 2. Drops the conversion, though. Oh, boy, that's a huge drop there for Ultra. He almost got a round off of that confirm.
So close. But close only counts horseshoes and hand grenades. And baby, it's the G clef that's going to come out. I'm getting you far away from that floor. Following up with the low swipe. Heat dash. Ducking there because he usually follows up those massive plus frames that you get with that command grab. Instead goes for those mid checks and secures a round, but another round start. Hell sweet.
Ooh. Tracking mid there, too far away. Gets to confirm here with a Stormbreaker, and now here we go. A heated up Ultra in neutral. Oh, the big whip, but no punish there again from Tuba King. And then just forward. No neutral needed. Just DOS boot to the face. And now this carry, the moonsault. Yes, sir, brother. Almost to the wall here now, but not even going to need it. The Bad Jaguar 4. Going to take that round here now. Now Ultra's just one round away from getting 2 games up over Tuba and reset. And oh yeah, the hop kick.
So good, so solid. Always mixing up the lows, the throws, and the mids. Making sure that whatever Tuba King wants is not going to work. Is plus. Oh, but a nice block on the low. Decent amount of damage on the punish. Headbutt counter hit launching here. Gotta imagine he was trying for a hop kick of some kind. G-Clef doesn't get the combo extension with the tornado. Power crushes out of that Jaguar.
Oh man, tried to go for the counter hit there, but was going for the down forward 3. That's a pretty slow starter. If he had just gone with a down forward 1, that probably would have beat out the G-Cliff. Doesn't matter though. The side step movement there from Ultra again, and then the forward 2-1 for the whiff punish, man. Like, you don't need to be good at electrics, technically, with Armor King to be good at whiff punishing. That 4-2-1 will carry you pretty far if you are really good at movement.
This is true. Now we're going down to potentially our final game. You know, plus Ultra is up 2 games in the set, but these headbutts doing so much work for Tuba King. Now another headbutt. Oh, wall rising for any amount of damage using the Salmon Slammer. Perfect round.
That was just a frustration round there for Tuba. He just wanted to get some damage in and get a round on the board.
This is true. Oh, everything whiffing but the last hit. Heat engage. Oh, goes for another grab. Said the oldest trick in the King playbook. Plus frame, grab. And
Plus frame,
another
yeah.
tombstone.
Oh yeah, brother. And that's kind of like the mix-up that you have with Armor King. You don't have like a Tundra and Twister like King does. You gotta do a Tombstone, which is a different input than a Giant Swing, so it is technically reactable if you're watching out for the animation. But man, Ultra's been doing such a good job of peppering it in at odd times. And then there's the Dick Jab, the challenge, the charge here. Now it's Ultra that's the one that's smothering this offense here from Tuba King. Not letting him get anything really safe set up. It gets the counter hit again, and then that's the round. Folks, we're on tournament point here for Pulse Ultra.
Very solid. Like I said, in that first set that we saw these two play, Plus was trying to play a lot more of the neutral. Smothering. Just absolutely snuffing out Tuba King is Plus in this second, and now third even, set that they've played. But a nice Salmon Slammer saying, kind of get off me. 2-1 punish into stance mix-ups. Here we go.
And Jaguar stance, there's the challenge there finally. Hits Ultra out of the air here. Scale damage, but good Oki situation. Block the low sweep though. Ultra content to playing the neutral. There's the Shining Wizard. We haven't seen that in a while. No punish on the whip though. Still in it. One more hit will do it.
Checks.
Oh, what a dog! Yes, sir.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Plus Ultra, you are Rushmore Rushdown champion. Very, very good. Like I said, it's the right adjustments. You saw, in the, like I said, the very first set, very neutral focus, playing nice and slow. And once they met again in grand finals, Plus just flipped the switch, always up in the face, right on top of you, constantly mixing, and just brought it to a whole new level. So, congratulations to Plus Ultra. Very good games tonight. Wow. Rickman, you must be over the moon right now.
It's the first Armor King victory here on Rushmore Rushdown tonight. So I'm just happy we got some grappler representation on the stream. And hey, it's the boy, Armor King. I gotta see more Armor King in tournaments here, and I feel like we'll definitely be seeing him more in the future from my other pro players. But hey, Ultra can say he did it first. He won a major tournament with Armor King. I don't see anybody else doing that right now, so shout outs to them.
Yeah, JDCR doesn't exist. Nah, he definitely didn't win first attack.
I know, I'm just kidding, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure JDCR did that like week 1. But very, very good games tonight. And as always looking forward to the next time we're having this, which Fargo, the next time we'll have a Rushmore Rushdown will be.
The next one for Tekken will be on December 18th.
Now, say, viewers at home, maybe you're not that big of a fan of Tekken. What other games and when will we find those?
Well, next up, on Monday the 8th, I'm going to be holding a bracket for Virtua Fighter 5, Revo World Stage. Got to get all the subtitles in there. And then on Tuesday, the day after, we'll be running one for Street Fighter 6.
Awesome, awesome. So if you're at all interested in some high-class Midwestern Virtua Fighter and Street Fighter, you can find it right here, twitch.tv/BigBoyFargo. Rickman, it's been a pleasure casting with you once again. Where can people find you if they want to?
You can find me over on Twitter at man, that's 2Ns_brick. Post a lot of wrestling stuff there, and been following a lot of Metroid 4 stuff because that came out today. Can't get it now, but man, I'm excited for it. But yeah, I'm over there. 2KFish, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at 24KFishFGC. I'm a fish made of pure gold who loves the fighting game community. I post a lot of fighting game stuff sometimes, and then also just things that I think of either in the shower or at work. Just like, this would be a funny tweet. Like, sometimes I just tweet for the love of the game. So you can find me there. Fargo, They found your Twitch. Where else can they find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky at bigboyfargo.bsky.social. I don't do much there, but I have been infrequently posting my research and updates for character usage in the Grand Blue Top 8 within the Arc World Tour.
Very
so
interesting.
if you want to see the numbers on that, it's quite funny. We're at the point where mostly the big numbers are just shifting, and I don't. Well, depending on how much we see of some other characters, we might be seeing some people catch up behind. But I think it's really cool. I haven't seen. I don't know of like too much direct coverage of Grand Blue or other fighting games in that way. Kind of in the way that like Cat Cammy does for Street Fighter 6. So I thought I'd try to do something similar. It's certainly not as there's certainly not as much production than in the way that Cat Cammy does, but I'll see if I can work my way towards there.
Awesome. Well, once again, I'd like to thank everybody who joined us for another awesome event, Rushmore Rushdown for Tekken 8. I hope to see you again at the next one. And as always, stay safe out there. It's getting kind of cold if you're from the Midwest. So make sure you bundle up, wear your jackets, wear your hats if you need them. Always wear your seatbelts. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good night. I'm going to send y'all off to Paragon FGC. They're in the middle of their top 8, and last I checked, I believe they're in. Those are semifinals, but yep, still in the middle of semifinals. It looks like Lee versus Brian, so go ahead and check that out. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for playing. See you next time.